A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests.
Good evening.
Let us start with the business session for today. I have only one announcement, that is the update for the roles for next week. 2 speech slots have been booked, one by Toastmaster Latha and one by Toastmaster Chetan, and all the other roles are open, so I request the members to please contact me for the same. So that's all from the business session.
I have a point. This week's MOM has been split into 2 parts. One is the MOM proper, other is the election. Both have to be combined. And second thing is that MOM has to be stated in the MOM, main MOM. It has to be stated that after the project speech session, election took place, then the table topic. So that election line has to come. I have explained it to our secretary. A revised MOM has to come. Okay.
So that's all from the business session. The Sergeant can take over. A small kid from Indiana, but he had a huge family. And this family was part of a musical performance team that was managed by the father of the family. Now this kid, he was the lead singer of this group, and his whole childhood was filled with gruesome practices, and whenever he made a mistake, he was faced with physical abuse from his father. The only thing that helped this child cope with all the stress he had and all the pains he endured was dance. When this kid danced, it was like all of the pains in his life just melted away. And his entire childhood, which was like filled with smoky, sooty, polluted, unbreathable air, in this life, dance was his only oxygen. Now this kid went on to become a global pop star, or rather, the global pop star. And in his career, he was faced with multitudes of criticisms from media and horrendous accusations as well as drug abuse. And the only thing that pushed him through his career again was dance. Through dance again, it was like all of the stress and all of the criticisms he was facing just melted away, and he was free for some time in that time that he was dancing. And we too know him best for his dance. Now, does anyone want to guess who I'm talking about?
Michael Jackson.
Everyone knows. Unlike Michael Jackson, my favorite way to take care of stress is by singing. And just like that, all of us have different ways that we cope with whatever we're going through. So for some it might be running, might be swimming, might be reading, might be meditating, or it might even be sleeping. But that just goes to show how complex and deep-rooted hobbies can be. It's not just something that we enjoy doing, but it really is something that we can immerse ourselves in and just forget about everything that's running through our mind just for that small moment where we are doing something that we love. Now, there is someone in our club who also loves dance as a way of busting her stress. Now, she is a BCom graduate and she is currently pursuing her MBA from Christ University. She also very much loves music and is known for her mandala art. So please help me in welcoming today our acting president, Toastmaster Pavani. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Toastmaster Shreya. Once again, a very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. So first, I would like to ask our guests to introduce about yourself. Tell us how you got to know about our club. So can we start with you, sir?
Good evening all, my name is Mukul. I'm not new to Toastmasters, I'm a member of Money Club. So when we had this linkers meeting a couple of weeks back, I met Upendra there and I just wanted to come and check it out. So this is the first club I'm attending outside Money. And if I have to introduce myself, it's always a difficult question for me. I've attended many interviews, so tell me about yourself. It's something which is where I get stuck, so let's try again. So I'm Mukund, I stay in JP Nagar 7th phase. So I'm married to a girl who's tolerating me for last 13 years, her name is Anupama. I'm blessed with 2 beautiful daughters, Shreya and Manya. And we all stay with my mother. On the professional side, I work for Volvo as a group manager in the power and engineering department. We don't get any discounts for so I just wanted to clarify this because I work for Volvo Group, which is no longer, Volvo Cars is no longer part of Volvo Group. Just to clarify.
That's your icebreaker.
Yeah. And although my roots are from north of Karnataka, I'm more or less a Bangalorean because we are here like for 2 generations now. And then like ma'am, I don't remember her name, she spoke about dosa last time, so very similar to, I share a lot of things common. I mean, there are a lot of things common between us and us here, but I like bisibale baat more than dosa. And I always end with curd rice because I feel that's a closure. I don't know, my mother used to say that it's some cooling effect, I don't know. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, sir. Sir, can you introduce yourself in one or two lines?
Hello all, my name is Melkiri Das, they call me Das. So this is my, I've been coming on and off, this is my second consecutive attendance here. I currently work in Bangalore, working in Infineon Technologies. I'm from North Karnataka. I studied where all the studies everything happened there. Settled in Bangalore for the last 15 years. Currently, yeah, I'm interested in joining new people and getting to know and want to get myself involved in the Toastmasters.
I think you want to reiterate your question that how did you come to know about Toastmasters? What is your name? I think it should be brief.
Yeah, please introduce yourself in one or two lines and let us know how you got to know about our club. Yeah.
Hi, this is Abhishek, and I'm a software engineer. And only criteria I was trying to improve my public speaking skills, and through the website, my only criteria was it should happen on a Monday, and it should not be anywhere in like either weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because that's for my other hobbies, other things. So, and this was the club which was like closest and which I was sessions were happening on Monday.
Thank you, sir.
Software developer working as a software developer in Geomega near to there. And I get to know about this place by my VP.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Hemant. I'm into property development. I have a dear friend, Mr. Prashanth, is invited. Just wanted to know more about Toastmasters. So let's see how it goes.
Hi, good evening. I'm Harish Raju. I'm a builder. My name is Axis Concept. I've come here to see Mr. Prashanth. He's my close friend.
Thank you, everyone. I welcome you all to our club and I look forward for you to joining our club as well. So with this, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Latha to read out the minutes of previous meeting 1298. 96.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and my esteemed guest.
Good evening.
Here are the minutes of meeting number 1296, which was held on 16th December 2024. The theme, Threads of Connection. Word of the week, ameliorate. The business session started at 6:29 p.m. and was chaired by President Toastmaster Prasad Sharma. In the business session, the following points were addressed. President Toastmaster Prasad Sharma, on behalf of Vice President Education Toastmaster Pavani, informed the club about the roles and slots which are booked and open for the meeting number 1297. Interested people were requested to contact her for the same. President Toastmaster Prasad Sharma informed the club on the status of the DCP points and President Distinguished Award. The regular meeting started at 6:32 p.m. Acting Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Sai Snehal Reddy started the meeting with an introduction about the theme and later handed the charge to President Toastmaster Prasad Sharma. President Toastmaster Prasad Sharma opened the meeting, spoke on the theme and introduced the Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Jyothi. Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Jyothi spoke on the theme and introduced the following role takers for the day. Timer, Toastmaster Sakshi Gupta, R Counter Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa, Grammarian DTM K Prabhakara, PP Evaluator DTM U Bhat. The prepared speech session had one speaker. Toastmaster Subramanyam attempting level 1 project 4, Evaluator Toastmaster Lalana Murthy. The tables topic session was conducted by Toastmaster Apoorva, which had totally 10 speakers. The general evaluation was conducted by DTM K Prabhakara, and the winners of the week were Best Prepared Speaker, Toastmaster Subramanyam, Best Evaluator, Toastmaster Lalana, Best Table Topic Speakers, DTM U Bhat, Best Role Taker TAPG, Toastmaster Sakshi Gupta, Best Role Taker MTG was DTM K Prabhakara, Toastmaster Jyothi Rao, Toastmaster Apoorva TR. The President closed the meeting at 8:30 p.m., which was followed by the national anthem. I read the election report also.
Yep, perfect.
Report of elections for the term January 2025 to June 2025. Date 16 December 2024. Venue 6th floor Mecon Limited. Members present 17. Elections for the club officers for the term January 2025 to June 2025 was held on 16 December 2024. The following posts were uncontested. These officers have been elected unanimously for their respective roles. President, Toastmaster Pavani Babu. Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Apoorva TR. Vice President Public Relations, Toastmaster Saketh. Secretary, Toastmaster Shreya Rao. Treasurer, Toastmaster Sai Snehal. Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Madhusudan. Election was held by secret ballot for the post of Vice President Education. Toastmaster Sindhushree was elected for the post of Vice President of Education. The following members have been appointed as Associate Club Officers. Associate Treasurer, Toastmaster Chetan, Associate Secretary, Toastmaster Jyothi Rao, Associate Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Bamtabi. The Executive Committee for the term January 2025 to June 2025 is President, Toastmaster Pavani Babu, Vice President Education, Toastmaster Sindhushree, Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Apoorva TR, Vice President Public Relations, Toastmaster Saketh, Secretary, Toastmaster Shreya Rao, Associate Secretary, Toastmaster Jyothi Rao, Treasurer, Toastmaster Sai Snehal, Associate Treasurer, Toastmaster Chetan, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Madhusudan, Associate Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Mamtabi. I thank the timer, Toastmaster Sakshi Gupta, and ballot counter, Toastmaster Sai Snehal for their support in conducting the elections. Toastmaster Lalana, Chairman, Nomination Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Latha. Are there any amendments for the minutes of meeting?
Yes, I have suggested already. That has to be revised.
Sure, sir.
So there are amendments.
I think Latha has noted down it, and we shall be sending the revised MOU.
Yeah.
With that, I open meeting number 1297. Have you ever wondered why people dance? Throughout the history, dance has been a way for people to just express their joy and happiness. The Egyptians danced to worship their gods, while in Europe, people danced through tough times like the plague. During the Great Depression, people joined dance marathons not just to win the prize but also to let go of their or like an escape from their realities. In Asia, dance has always been connected to culture, religion, and storytelling. So, what does dancing mean to you? Is it a way to connect, or is it a way to celebrate, or is it just the way to let go of your tension? If you would ask me, I would say it's a combination of all. Now, let me share a little secret. The person standing before you talking about the theme Dance Your Oaths Away is currently unable to dance. Why? Well, picture this. I was playing basketball and I was trying my best to stop my opponent. Maybe in the heat of the moment, I moved my leg a little too quickly, and the next moment, all I knew was I was on the ground and my leg was in a cast. Yes, the irony is rich. Here I am talking about how to dance your oaths away, and the leg, with a leg that's currently taking a little long mandatory break. So instead of gracefully dancing through the life's challenges, I have been shuffling around with a little limp, looking like a penguin trying to balance. And if that's not the way how life's keeping me humble, I don't know what it is. And here's the funny thing. Just before I broke my leg, I had signed up to participate in the flash mob that was organized at my college. I practiced each and every day with full of enthusiasm and with full of heart, but then this happened. In those moments, so in this mandatory break, there have been so many moments where I felt like I want to just stand up and dance, listening to the music around me. And that's when I realized something very important. Dancing isn't just about the steps you take on a dance floor, it's about how you choose to move forward in life, even when life is putting you with challenges. In those moments when life throws you off balance, quite literally in my case, I had only two choices: sitting on a side, dwelling on what went wrong, and just accepting what happened and moving forward in life. So, despite my injury, I planned to participate in the flash mob somehow. I sat in my wheelchair, which I was using back then, and I asked my friend to push me all around at the end of the performance. And I held a board representing my section, and like a little kid, I was cheering for all my classmates. Yes, it was a bit embarrassing, of course, but at the end of the day, I was happy that I participated somehow in the flash mob. We all might be dealing with tough times, hectic schedules, but and also something as frustrating as a leg injury that puts all your plans on pause. But just like a dancer who misses a step and who finds the rhythm again, you can do it too. So as I wobble my way through the recovery journey, I would encourage all of you to find your own way to dance your woes away. Let me leave you with this. The music of life never stops. It's always playing, even when we don't hear it. All we have to do is keep moving in some or the other way possible. With that, I would want to introduce our Master of Ceremonies for the day. He is a BE Electronics graduate from Mysore University and has 20 plus experience in the industry. He is currently working as a director at Bosch Global Software Technologies in automotive product development. He is passionate about yoga and spirituality, and his interest lies in innovation and technology. With that, I would like to welcome our Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Varaprasad, with a resounding round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster President Pavani. Just go back 3 to 4 years. We all locked up, had a little space, and for us, for our family, the favorite spot of the space left was a terrace. I hope you have guessed it by now. It's a Corona time where we all locked up. We were fully stressed, a lot of anxiety, or a depression, being at home. I'm sure you all went through that. Well, we found a way, especially with the help of my youngest daughter, in the terrace, especially in the evenings, started to burst the stress with a little pill, a dance. It was become an everyday evening, a kind of a ritual in Corona time, almost a year and a half. And today, fast forward to 2024, today, being a director or manager, working with the teams from work from home options, like you don't know who sits where. In fact, I have people have not yet met even after 2 years, reports to me. You know how much it puts a load on your brain, and that pill still works like a magic for us. If you feel stressed, I welcome all of you to utilize this pill and dance your woes away. So next time you're feeling down,
don't reach out to your phone for chatting. Of course, phone can help you. Don't reach out to your ice cream or friends. But yes, for friends to turn on your favorite tune and dance like where nobody sees you. Of course, yes, they are also too busy. You know, everybody busy with their mind completely filled, stressed, depressed, anxious, or sometimes feels totally low, blank, don't know what to do. So many challenges puts you blank. Whatever it is, a simple step with the music. You don't need to be master in dance for sure. Don't worry. Just make your body move. Connects to the rhythm of music which you likes. It's a magic it turns in your body, and trust me, it helps our family to create a stronger bond, and personally me to build a rhythm with the body, a mind and soul. A dance creates a hormones which makes you healthier, happier, and trust me, whatever everyone wants today to be more productive, more focused, more energetic, for sure this pill will going to work for you. With this, have you ever stopped considering why we all gather Monday, investing 2 hours? Because we want to make sure our learning and growing curve boost up, creates some moments of dance which can build your communication skills and leadership skills. And this is possible because of notable person, Dr. Ralph C. Smedley, who started Toastmasters, and with its legacy of 100 years plus now, and it has understood the power of human connections. From its humble beginning in YMCA Santa Ana, California, to its global reach today, around 2,70,000 plus clubs members, and around 148 countries with 14,000 plus clubs. And Toastmaster served one of the best example to keep you always build your skills and learning and growth curve always high. Meccan is one of shining club, oldest shining club in Bangalore, and which is established in 1988. So typical Toastmaster meeting consists of 3 sessions. The first is a prepared speech session where the speaker gets ample of time to prepare for a speech on the subject of their choice as per the guidelines and the manuals according to their pathways. The second is enthralling session, a table topic session where members will be chosen and randomly and will be given a topic by the table topic master to which they can respond for a minute or 2. And lastly, not the least but very important session is the general evaluation session, during which the speakers and proceedings of the meetings will be evaluated. 2. How can we complete Dance the Woes Away Moments session today without our 4 founderies that set the stage for us today? Toastmaster meeting to be complete. So let's hear from our TAPG team. I request them to briefly explain their roles as and when I call upon their names. Firstly, timer, TM Sachin.
Good evening everyone. So I'll be the timer for today. So here how it goes. For the prepared speeches, the time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. At minute 5, I'll raise the green flag. At minute 6, I'll raise the yellow flag. And at minute 7, I'll raise the red flag. And coming to evaluators, I will raise the green flag at minute 2. And at 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow flag. And at minute 3, I'll raise the red flag. Coming to the table topic, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. At minute 1, I'll raise the green flag. And 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow flag and the red flag at minute 2. And also note, try not to exceed by more than 30 seconds if you want to be eligible for the ribbon. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin. Now we can have Toastmaster Rachana about our counter for today.
Good evening, everyone. It's good to be back. So as your counter, I will be looking for crutch words. So for example, filler words like Another example is overused words like, and, so, as well as repeated words. It could be and, or like, or anything. I will give my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Okay. Next we have Toastmaster Gajendra as a PP evaluator for today.
Good evening to the Toastmasters and the guests present here. I follow a simple motto in life, that is, why make life difficult? So I request you all to make my life easier by following a few simple rules so that the meeting can go smoothly. First is do not enter the room and exit the room only during applause. Please keep all your phones in silent so that no notification or ringtone can disturb the meeting. Avoid crosstalks and don't talk about sex, religion or politics in your speeches. I give my report to the end of the day. Thank you.
Toastmaster Gajendra. Lastly, we have Grammarian for the today, Toastmaster U Bhat.
Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. Mark Twain said, the difference between almost right word and the right word in a speech is the difference between a lightning bug and lightning. And he also said, he exhorted the speakers to use the right word in their speeches and not its second or third cousin. Now, we are all non-English people with our own background, and it's a challenge to use the right word because the English language is something new for us. But using the right word will enhance the speech, and using not so good word or not accurate word will probably bring down the value of a speech or communication to that level. Now there's a challenge. Let me show an example with respect to our word of the day, proximate. Now proximate is also used meaning as nearly accurate and approximate. But I tell you, with the due apologies to whoever has written that, I feel that is wrong. It is not nearly accurate. It is nearly accurate in a different sense of the term. It is actually something regarding nearly accurate in time, space and relationship. But approximate and written as approximate, as though it is a synonym. Though approximate and proximate have got the same etymology. It is from Latin word proximity. Proximate is the root word. But the meanings are actually contextually different. For example, when you say that the usage is correctly written there, the proximate task for the team was preparation of a presentation slide. That is correct, because it is an imminent task for that. That's what is proximate is about. But you cannot use that approximate task for the team. There's a wrong thing to use that, because cannot be a synonym. So you should know the right way to say. Approximate, for example, you say that about approximately 30 to 35% of the members routinely attend a meeting of Toastmasters. That is approximate. It's a range what's given, that is approximate. So my role as a grammarian is to keep track of good usages that enhance the speech so that I can bring it to the notice. And also find out any not so appropriate usages which could probably tweak to improve the communication level. And I will give my report to the general evaluator. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's dive into and start today's session without further delays. And our first session is a prepared speech session. Today we have 3 speeches. 3 speakers are fully ready to deliver their speeches. Before I call upon a first speaker, I would like to request an individual evaluator, TM Jyothi, to read out the project guidelines, please.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. The purpose statement for this speaker is the project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. The purpose of this speech is for the member to deliver constructive feedback on another member's presentation. Note for the evaluator, that is me. It is recommended that the member evaluating this portion of the project be a proven exemplary evaluator. Present a speech on a topic, received feedback from an evaluator and incorporated that feedback into a second speech. About this speech, the last portion of this assignment is for the member to serve as an evaluator at a club meeting. The member will deliver an engaging and constructive evaluation of another member's speech. They will also demonstrate proper meeting etiquette by being fully engaged during all speeches. The member may choose to take notes during the speech they are evaluating. Thank you, and over to the Master of Ceremonies. And all the best to the speaker.
Thank you, TM Jyothi. So our first speaker is a passionate businessman heading MS Loggers Business Systems Private Limited as a CEO, which provides end-to-end solution to IT infrastructure. Ambitious businessman to scale up Loggers Business Private Limited as one of the top corporate company who loves of music, traveling and exploring places. The speaker is attempting level 1 project 4 from the pathway presentation mastery with a speech title Critical Thinking. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Prashanth with a huge round of applause.
My son stormed into the room, absolutely annoyed that the new printer, which is just 3 months old, is not picking the papers. Upon investigation, I found a tiny eraser in the feeder. It was a small problem, but I'm sure it must have taught an important lesson to my son that at times it is important to pause, observe and think before jumping into conclusions. There was a similar situation at my workplace also. For about 15 days, my colleagues have been complaining on WordPress issue for a website being down, only to be later found that it was due to the misconfigured firewall. I think both these incidents lead to one of the important life skill called critical thinking. It is no more a buzzword. It is an important life skill that must be nurtured at home, at workplace, most important in the education. In India, in the year 1920, it introduced a much anticipated new education policy, shortly called NEP. It was observed to be one of the visionary step it was supposed to replace the rote learning system into a holistic development. Many observed that it and appreciated its intent and strategy. It was touted to be one of a game changer in our nation's future. Yet, this NEP it led to a parallel debate whether with this structural reform is it at the expense of our children's well-being. The case in point is the rise in edutech firms and parallel education system like tutorials and online classes. NEP, though it had a good strategy and plan, could not control the societal demands and economic requirements. We all agree that education is important, but the definition of it is pretty vague, clouded by societal requirements and economic demands. Imagine a children spending about 6 to 7 hours in the school only to continue in the supplementary learnings in the evening. Their evenings and weekends are no more for playing and relaxation. They are hands full with assignments, tests, and so on. This leads to a two-way system: formal schooling in the day and supplementary learning in the night. This undue pressure, it leads to a very profound pressure leading to some of the things where children are deprived from improving their humbleness, teamwork and problem solving skills. It also takes a toll on their psychological state, leading to anxiety, burnout, and of course sometimes extreme decisions. We are making our children to believe that their success is due to this perpendicular growth. What I mean, we are telling them to grow straight without any balances, without any branches, and without any vibrancy. Okay, now what's the course correction? What is the corrective step? As parents and teachers and policy makers, we need to consider education as a tool for the holistic development of the children. Teachers have to believe in collaboration, igniting curiosity, questioning from the children. For example, my son finds it very challenging in understanding the abstract concepts. I see him very engaged when sports is associated with the education. For example, cricket in calculating the run rate. So, the teachers must, instead of, they need to consider collaboration over competition. Parents need to prioritize their children's well-being and happiness over societal benchmarks. Dear friends, let's make learning a joyful experience, not a chore. Let's empower children to embrace this multi-dimensional, wonder called life. Thank you.
Pause, observe, think. Thank you for a wonderful session on a critical thinking. Dear Prashanth. Let's move on to our second speech. The second speech is also same project, so we move on with the speaker. The second speaker is a travel enthusiast, like to explore places, loves music and plays a guitar, passionate about public speaking, studied MBA in HR and working as HR manager. The speaker is attempting same level 1, project 4, engaging humor with the speech title, Don't Fear, Dive in Dear. Don't fear, dive in dear. Please put up your hands together to welcome TM Sakshi Gupta.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. It was 20th of December. Last year, it was my birthday and I decided to do something a little odd. I decided to jump from a plane. Yes, you heard it right. I did jump from a plane. Few weeks back to the jump, my siblings and I were discussing all the exciting things to do in Dubai. And my sister mentioned, let's go for a skydive. I, being the most adventurous, immediately said, yeah, let's go for a skydiving in Dubai. And everyone agreed, skydive, yippee! Just then, when I saw a video of a girl jumping from a plane, all the excitement turned into something else, something more scarier. Fear, real fear. The night before the jump, I couldn't sleep. As I closed my eyes wide open. The thought of jumping from a plane kept replaying in my mind. With every turn, I thought that day my siblings were just kidding and this whole skydiving thing would have never happened. But the morning came and I had to face the reality. I woke up early, got ready with what little courage which I was having and took the cab to the skydiving center. There I saw an elderly couple preparing for the skydive. They were very calm. First, I felt better looking at them, but the pit in my stomach could never went away. As we were waiting in the lobby, they handed us the papers. The papers that clearly said that if anything happens to you, they were not responsible for that. My palms were so sweaty that I could barely hold my pen to sign my life away. A man approached me and asked, do you want to leave any message for your loved ones? I nervously said, I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. They don't even know that I am going to jump today. If anything bad happens, at least they will have this video, just in case. Soon my instructor appeared and started giving me the safety briefing. Suddenly out of nowhere he said, if parachute doesn't open. You have to pose like a banana. What? The chute wouldn't open? My nerves were getting overrated. But there was no turning back now. I was strapped with my instructor and soon we boarded the plane. As the plane took off, I started looking out of the window to calm myself, but this couldn't work. I asked my instructor questions to distract myself. How many times have you done skydiving? He simply smiled and said, "Hey, this is my first time." Oh my God! I'm going to jump with a rookie? My nerves were already overrating and as we climbed and reached higher and higher, we reached to a point 14,000 feet, and it happened. The doors of the plane opened, and I realized that I have never been into a plane with the doors opened. The freeze and cold air blasted the plane, and I soaked out of the plane. I feel like I was soaked out of the plane. My heart pumped into my chest. I was smart enough to sit at the back of the plane, so I didn't go first. But before I knew it, everyone went out, and now it was my turn. My instructor took me to the edge of the plane. There I stood, my toes hanging off the edge. I looked down to certain death. My instructor said, "We will jump on 3. 1, 2, and before I could grab the edge of the plane, he pushed me onto. And I was falling just like that. I was falling with a speed of 200 kilometers per hour. But just then, something incredible happened. I realized I was not falling, I was flying. All the fear melted away, and I felt like I was caught away by the wind. The point of maximum danger turned out to be the point of minimum fear. I was free. It was bliss. As I soaring through the sky, the magnificent view of Palm Island. It was remarkable, and I felt so small yet so incredibly alive. As I was falling, the thought hit me. Fear is often a barrier that keeps us from experiencing the most beautiful, blissful moments of the life. The fear which I faced was real, but once I embraced it and took the leap over it, I felt the most blissful moment of my life. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next time when you face the fear, remember, don't fear, dive in dear. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you. Fear, fear, fear. A maximum danger, a minimum fear. What a wonderful experience. You made us all feel that fear. Wonderful speech. Thank you, TM Sakshi. Let's move on. Before I call upon the third speaker or the last speaker, I request the individual evaluator, DTM Subramanyam, to read out the project guidelines, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Varaprasad. Today I am evaluating Toastmaster Apoorva, who is attempting an elective speech from presentation mastery level 3. The purpose statement of this project is for the speaker to practice using vocal variety to enhance speech. She will be attempting a speech of 5 to 7 minutes, and in which she will be attempting different aspects of vocal variety. I'm going to evaluate this. Thank you. All the best, Professor.
Thank you, Vijay and Subramanyam. Today, our third speaker is a BCom graduate and also holds interior design degree from SBMJC, fitness freak. Prefers workout before close the day and passionate about sports. The speaker is attempting level 3 elective project presentation mastery with the speech title Take the Leap of Faith. Speech title Take the Leap of Faith. Please put your hands together to welcome Team Apoorva. The huge honor.
I was standing at the edge of the platform, feeling the strong winds hitting my face. I turned around to see the beautiful mountain peaks and a thin stream of river flowing among them. As I looked down into the valley, all of a sudden, fear overtook. 14 degrees Celsius cold, my palms were sweating. My heart was pounding. That's when a voice from behind goes, 3, 2, 1, jump! Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. When was the last time you trusted yourself, your instincts, took the leap of faith? Today, I'm going to share a little story. Years ago, I was watching this Telugu movie where actor Chiranjeevi in the song sequence goes and simply jumps off the cliff of the mountain. The Toastmasters, what was he doing? He was bungee jumping! That was the first day I saw someone bungee jumping. That moment gave me goosebumps and also the strong urge to do it. Like that moment. Fast forward, years later, I was at the adventure capital of the world, Queenstown, New Zealand. My husband and I had signed up for the Navy's bungee, which is the IS bungee at New Zealand. The next day, we filled up all the paperwork, boarded a bus, and after a 2-hour-long drive, we finally reached the bungee jumping destination. Here, from the bus, we were taken to the viewing station. We were all suited up, and I stood there watching everybody bungee jump in total admiration. At that moment, a part of my mind goes, Apoorva, are you sure you want to do it? Because it looks very scary. It's not like someone is forcing you. At the same time, the other part of my brain says, think about the adrenaline rush it's gonna give you. It looks super fun. Before I could make up my mind, it was my husband's turn to do the bungee jump. We were taken in a cable car to a platform which was suspended in the middle of the canyon. Here, the instructor goes, Mike, at the count of 3, 2, 1, you need to make the jump. Also, remember, your feet is supposed to be at the edge of the platform. Saying this, my husband was made to sit on the chair near the platform. For a few more final instructions, to pose for a few photos and also to attach the cable to his harness. My husband was finally at the edge of the platform. looking down. That moment, the instructor from behind goes, 3, 2, 1, jump! My husband was still standing on the platform. Me, on the other end, leaned forward to see his jump. But didn't find him anywhere. When I looked back, he was on the platform. This repeats for a few more times. The frustrated instructor goes, Mike, what are you even doing? At the count of 3, 2, 1, you need to make the jump. My nervous husband was very well. The instructor from behind goes, 3, 2, 1, jump! Any guesses?
He didn't.
He didn't. Yeah, my husband was still standing on the platform. The restless instructor couldn't wait anymore. He just goes, and my husband goes falling down finally. Within seconds, the bungee jump was over, and the moment he was pulled back on the platform, super excited me goes, how was it? How was it? How was it? My husband, who was not excited, rather shocked, goes, this is the first and the last time I'm ever doing this. Now, it was my turn to do the jump. The drill followed, and I was at the edge of the platform. The moment I looked down, all the excitement turned into fear. Again, the part of my brain was activated. It goes, are you sure you really want to do? It is so deep. The other part of my brain at the same time says, Apoorva, this is the moment you ever waited for your life. The instructor from behind goes, 3, 2, 1, jump! That moment, without overthinking, I just took the leap of faith. As soon as my feet were off the platform, all the fear disappeared. I was free falling, finally living the moment and loving every bit of it. Within seconds, it was over and I was pulled back on the platform. That moment, I had this huge smile on my face and also this newfound confidence that I can overcome any kind of situation in my life. I almost felt like Hrithik Roshan, who jumps off the cliff of the mountain and goes. Fellow Toastmasters, there are many situations in life where we are scared to take the next step. That moment, think of your leap of faith moment, situations where you have overcome fear previously. Because life is like bungee jumping, where you trust yourself, take the leap of faith, and embrace the unknown. So the next time you're in doubt, take the first step, take the leap of faith. Thank you.
Wow, what a session. Dive from the plane to the bungee jumping, the leap of faith. Thank you, Team Apoorva, for a wonderful session. With this, now let's shift the gears for our interesting part of a meeting, table topics. A table topics vital part of our meetings. Our table topic master for today, an engineer with a rich experience, working experience in business development, building a strong partnerships, an avid history buff, allows running, has a keen interest in sociology. Let's put hand together to welcome TM Madhusudan, our Toastmaster Madhusudan, with thunderous applause. All the best. Thank you.
Well, I don't know if my face shows it, but today I'm the table topics master and the excitement is palpable. Ever since I started coming to Toastmasters, table topics is something that I really liked, and I also like the role as a table topic master rather than a speaker because I don't like being put in my place and guessing stuff. So let's begin. The first topic. No, before this, I'd also, like, for the benefit of the guest, right? I'll give random topics to the speakers here, and they just have to come up and they have to speak on the topic for a minute or two. That's how it goes. So the first topic for today is your greatest adventure till date. Your greatest adventure till date. This goes to Toastmaster Chetan.
2 years ago, I started swimming classes again because a friend of mine started swimming better than me. So I wanted to get back at her. So we started swimming together, we started coaching together. And then she said, hey, there's this ocean swim in Goa. It's 2 kilometers into the water, into the ocean, and then we come back. So I thought, hey, okay, sounds good. So we trained hard over the next 6 months. We swam 2 kilometers a day, every day, until we got good enough that the challenge seemed, okay, we can do this. So we flew over to Goa, and the first category was the 500 meters. So they came back, and it was over before we knew it. But then the 5K and 10K flagged off. These were the guys who were supposed to go and swim for a few hours. So the 10K folks went in, the 5K folks went in, and within 5 minutes we saw them running back to the surface, and we were like, what is going on? So apparently the entire water was flooded with jellyfish. And if you are not prepared, the jellyfish will sting you and they will scar you, and there is no way out. Of course, you could just walk out like they did. But so they shifted the course for us. They moved the course slightly to a place with slightly lesser jellyfish. Fortunately, I had come equipped. I wasn't sleeveless like I am today. I had fully clothed myself, half preparing for the jellyfish. So when it happened, when the jellyfish did strike, went through a school of jellyfish. They stung my face, they stung my hands, the only exposed parts. But I was fine. I completed those 2.5 kilometers. It took me about an hour and 10 minutes. It is definitely an adventure that I am proud of, something I have repeated once after as well. So yeah, it has been the best adventure of my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chetan. The next topic. If you could live in any era, which would you choose? If you could live in any era, which would you choose? Toastmaster Sai Snehal.
Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The era which we right now live in is one that I'm really happy about. There's technology advancements, education advancements, you have a lot of experiences, a lot of places, and everything to be around. But every time I tell this to someone who is older by age, they tell me, you don't know what we have been through. Whatever you're seeing today is because there was somebody who went through sacrifices to make you able to do whatever you're doing today. If you flash back to 50 years ago, there have been numerous sacrifices, numerous development, numerous accomplishments for whatever we have today. For example, not really sure about the day and age, but the light, the electricity, the vehicle, the wheel, invention of the wheel, all of these were the very fascinating thing. But would you want to choose an era where it was being developed or an era that is being utilized and pushed to the limits? That is something that when you think about, you can either be part of the invention or the use. And I would say I would like to be a part of the use and push to the limits. Because that's when something is handed to you, how can you take that thing to the next level? And today, me being in this era, I'm happy being here, and I use the best I can to push it to the next level. And this is my take on this.
The next topic, simple pleasures that bring you joy. Simple pleasures that bring you joy, Toastmaster Jyothi.
Thank you, table topic master. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Simple pleasure that gives me joy. I think the most simple and best pleasure anyone could say is today's theme, that is dance away your booze. It is very simple. The pleasure, the pleasure is only to move your hands and legs. That means that one is fit enough, capable enough, and knows that they have hands, legs, smile, the muscles that can move around. And what does it do? A simple movements of your hands, legs, a smile, when your lip moves to ear, all that gives is a joy. The joy of being alive, the joy of lightfulness, the joy of life. But how many of us stop ourselves with those simple pleasures only because of our consciousness of what others will think about us, and stop ourselves not to get these simple pleasures for the joy? It's very simple. One need not be conscious about what are others thinking. All you have to do is focus on yourself, of what you are getting with this small simple pleasures. And the moment you put it to utilization, be assured and be sure that the other person will try to copy you. And what have you done? You have passed on these joys to others only with those simple movements which gave you the pleasure of knowing that you have your hands and legs which are movable and you are gifted. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyothi. The next topic, the best mistake you've made in life. The best mistake you've made in life, this goes to Toastmaster Balraj.
Good evening, everyone. So the best mistake I made in my life. So there are several mistakes that I have made, but among them, what comes to my mind is during my CA articleship. So at one point of time, when I was auditing a client, so I was preparing the reports. So in this process, I have copy-pasted certain data from one file, the previous file, to the current client's file. So in this case, what happened, I was presenting this report to the my senior. So even then, my senior, he was busy with other activities. He just went through the key information, and somewhere due to oversight, even he couldn't notice. So it went to my manager. So there he observed these things and pointed out. So you have done a very good report, but the client's name and the period, the financial period, is totally different. So this was a most embarrassing moment. Yes, I prepared all those things, but the name, period, all these things were totally different, and I realized, okay. So though I have done a good report, the basic things, so which I couldn't do well. So this kept on. I realized this. This has to be the most important thing which I have to keep reminding. So every time when I work on anything, the first things I observe is the basic things. I keep a checklist. So then onwards, most of my jobs have been really good and people have appreciated. So this is though it could be a silly mistake, but it's worth of it. So thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Balraj. The next topic, worst fashion trends you've seen. Worst fashion trends you've seen. This goes to Toastmaster Sindhushree.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhusudan. So I think you've known right now because every time all of you use Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and etc. I was recently reading a report by Meta, which they released in this particular year during the year-end report, and they mentioned India is the country which has a lot of influences, and majority of these people consume a lot of content. And I was wondering, every day that I doom scroll a lot when I'm bored, when I don't have a book to read, or I'm too tired of watching Big Boss because that's the only thing my mom puts on in the house. So after seeing all of this, I just wonder, what are people seeing? What is there to watch so much? As much as I consume a lot of content, I saw people wearing brinjal, I saw people wearing paper, I saw people wearing rag clothes. Forget clothes that are not trending. People are wearing really weird things because it's gaining them a lot of views because of all the doom scrolling that people are doing. So I saw an interviewer or a reporter question this particular influencer and asked this girl from Bihar, why are you doing this? Why are you wearing brinjal, lady's finger, random things you find in the house and you just dance with some really irregular, weird songs? She tells, this picks up a lot of the house costs. I can spend a lot on my parents, myself, and still buy an iPhone in a month. So imagine the number of views she's getting, the amount of money she's making. So these fashion choices by a lot of influencers is actually making them a lot of money, while a lot of people like us are just watching and doom scrolling. So that is the most weird thing for me because I can't imagine if my father saw me doing things like that, he would just disown me. So just saying that the most weird thing that I've seen is from Urfi Javed to the girl who wears brinjal. I don't know what comes next, so let's hope people don't go worse. Thank you.
The next topic, if life had a soundtrack, what song would be playing today? If life had a soundtrack, what song would be playing today? This goes to Toastmaster Gajendra.
Life was a soundtrack, what song? Good evening to the Toastmaster and guest present here. I used to listen to a lot of music before. And lately, I don't know why, I think I've reached that age, it might be very dumb. But during even driving also, I like to drive in silence. I don't know why. Because it's just more pleasant to the ears. And just the cars honking from the behind is like music to me nowadays. But every now and then, I think there's one song I'm currently listening to. It's called A Line by a person called I Am Jake Hill. All give it a try. It's a rap song. I'm not usually into rap, but that is something which really just gives a really, just forgetting the word. But it just uplifts your mood if you're down or something. If I'm down, it uplifts my mood. And not able to guess a perfect song for today. I think that's it.
Alright, my next topic. Most spontaneous thing you've ever done. Most spontaneous thing you've ever done. This goes to DTM K Prabhakara.
Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Let me tell you, I don't do anything spontaneously. I declare that because I always think through a problem, and if I can solve it that way, it's fine. I take calculated risk and weigh whether it's a blind risk. I don't take risk, while even Google Map, when it fails, that is the only time perhaps it fails, because I had resorted to Google Map. But there are times I have taken blind risk, in the sense that I went from Paris, way back in 90s, Paris to San Jose, near San Francisco. I had no money in my pocket. Whatever little I had was francs. And I wanted something in the airport somewhere in between. And they said that unless I pay the dollar, nothing happens. So I had taken that risk of, there were no cards in those days, nothing. I was hungry and angry. So that is the minor risk. The kind of risk that I take is in exams, like college exam, where we had one very peculiar subject called field theory. It's highly mathematical. And vector analysis. I was the first of the semester student batch. And they had the vector analysis subsequent to this field theory. Field theory was full of vector analysis. We didn't understand what was on top of the letters, whether the arrow was in which direction, nothing. So I thought, most of us thought we'll fail, and I too thought I will fail. What I did was that we had only 3 theorems, if you recollect, some of you, Cauchy's theorem or Gauss theorem, all the 4 I had an image of that in my mind, And before entering the exam hall, the bell for 10 minutes was there, and I took the image once again. And as soon as I entered, before the answer sheet was given, and the question paper, before it was even delivered, I had written the 3 theorems. 3 theorems. And the 3 theorems, out of the 3, 2 had appeared. And one solved example they had brought, that also I had in my mail. And I passed with fairly good marks. And this is the kind of blind risk I have taken the only other time. But most of the time, it is not risk I try to calculate. There are times the system has taken the risk, like I entered the ICU once, that's another day.
Alright, the last topic for today, and this is favorite emojis to use and why. Favorite emojis to use and why. This goes to Toastmaster Rachana.
Good evening, everyone. I don't like emojis, to be honest. Sorry. First of all, there are a billion of them. You have to scroll through and find the appropriate one that conveys what you have in mind. Second, you have to make sure that what you're sending means what it means to you, means the same to this receiver, and that it doesn't mean something completely wrong or different or inappropriate. And I've made mistakes like that, so now I just steer clear of emojis. If I do have to put something, I just say LOL. And I didn't even know what LOL meant until I was in my engineering. I thought LOL just meant lol. People just saying lol, that sounds funny. But it's actually laugh out loud, turns out. So anyway, I steered clear of all the new generational emojis and things like lol. And there goes my timer. Thank you.
It turns out we have time for one more table topic, and this is the last one. It is favorite childhood memory. Favorite childhood memory. This goes to Toastmaster Saketh.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. My favorite childhood memory, well, it wasn't exactly childhood, it was more of a teenage dream time. But it was right after 11 that I had the summer break where me and my friends decided to go for a trek. And we decided to go to Manali, Leo-Tibba trek. And we planned it out. We went through a third party who had arranged everything from Delhi to Manali and from the base camp to the Tibba. And I was really excited. And on the second day of the trek, I fell sick. And I was on the verge to give up, but somehow I didn't feel like giving up. I felt like taking more rest and continuing the journey. And somehow, in the end, I got well, and I did manage to pull it off, and I reached the Tibba, the Leo Tibba, the top. And it was totally worth it. And I feel that small decision where the inner me said, don't give up and just take some rest for time being, helped it a lot. And going for that trek was one of the most memorable trips I have so far, as a teenager at least. So yeah, back to the table topic now.
Thank you to all the speakers. I curated this list based on what I would want to say whenever someone called me up here, so that's how the list was made. I give it back to the MC.
Wow, what a list of creative topics. Adventurous to eras, simple pleasure to best mistake and worst passion. I like it. And then immediately switch to the song and spontaneous moments, and then to favorite emojis ending with a childhood memory. Wonderful topics. Thank you, Toastmaster Madhusudan, for taking us through such a topics. Okay, so with President advice, we have a short break, which was actually 10 minutes, but she's advising for 5 minutes. So make it back within 5 minutes. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a interesting, a short coffee break or a networking break. Now let's move on for our next and an important session. It's a time to bring introduction of our general evaluator for the session today. A reserved extrovert with a progressive mindset, with 2 decades of experience in skill development, trainer, specialized in communication and leadership across industries and domains. Her hobbies is music, dance, reading, and also exploring the places, traveling. And please join me, welcome TM Latha Nahar with resounding round of applause.
Good evening once again.
Good evening.
They say that feedback is a free education to excellence. Seek it with sincerity and receive it with grace. Feedback is a free education to excellence. Seek it with sincerity and receive it with grace. Said Anne Mary. So, I will be the general evaluator for the session meeting number 1297, which has a theme, a very interesting theme, Dance Your Woes Away, which was very well explained through all the role takers what we have until now. Now, what is going to be my role for the benefit of guests? Now, what I'm going to do behind this lectern is, for the next 10 to 15 minutes is, I'm going to give feedback and evaluation that how did the session go, what could have been better, and what would we all can do to make this session more interesting and better and a good learning experience for all of us. The business session started around 6:22 p.m. We usually start by 6:15 p.m. but arranging certain things, we are a little late by 7 minutes. That's okay. But from the next meeting, we could try to start by 6:15 p.m. We had the business session was chaired by our acting president, Toastmaster Pavani. There's one announcement made wherein the announcement was about the roles open and the slots open and booked for the next session, that is meeting number 1298. And the interested members are requested to contact our VP, that is Toastmaster Pavani, for the same. Then the sergeant comes over. She talks about the team that Dance Your Woes Away, and our sergeant of arms for today was Toastmaster Shreya. She's connected the theme very well, and after every meeting, we see that she's improving a lot behind the lectern. Her communication skills, her confidence behind the lectern, her eye contact with the audience is doing great wonders. So please give a huge round of applause for our sergeant. Then comes the next step, what the sergeant at arms does. that she introduced the president. So she introduced our acting president very well with talking about all the qualities, what we usually know about her, but stressed upon a lot of her qualities, and she introduced the acting president very well. The acting president started the meeting with the introduction of the guest. We had a couple of guests over here, and all the introductions were done. And I hope all the guests were covered. No one joined in later on, right? So all the introductions have been done. Then the secretary was called upon, that is me, Toastmaster Latha, and I read out the minutes of meeting for meeting number 1296, and the elections report what was held in the last meeting. Now, then comes the acting president who explains the theme to us, that is Dance Your Woes Away. She explained the theme very well, connected the dots very well, and all of us could take a different view what the sergeant spoke about, and she had a different view about the theme. So very well explained. Please give a huge round of applause for our acting president. Since I am not allowed to evaluate the president, a very well connected theme, explained well, and a different view what we could understand. Then she started with introducing the MC. Now why do you think I'm going step by step? Because I would like to keep this evaluation keeping in mind the KISS concept. So everyone like, what is the KISS concept? Is it keep it short and simple. So I'm not going to talk about lines and lines, main points, what was done better and what could have been done better. So this is the only thing what I'm going to concentrate on. The acting president introduced the master of ceremonies, that is Toastmaster. Toastmaster Varaprasad very well. She spoke about his experience, what does he do, and she introduced the master of ceremonies today very well. Then comes the master of ceremonies. This is the topic, what is the theme which is given by our master of ceremonies, that is the Dance Your Woes Away. I was actually waiting that what is he going to explain. It's a very different theme, a very creative theme. What is he going to, how does he going to connect to the Toastmasters? Usually whatever themes we get over here, we usually need to connect to the Toastmasters. So how it's going to be connected over here, what we're going to learn over here. So he connected the theme very well. He explained, and how did he explain? He explained to a personal story. All of us know how Corona was, how depressing it was, and how did we all manage to come out of it. So how did he manage coming out of it? With his second daughter, how did they do it? By dancing. How they made this as a routine during all the 1.5 years, and how did they help them to put their woes away. He shared a personal story, and I could also connect a lot to the story what he started with. Then what we do is, the MC usually talks about the theme. He connects that with the Toastmasters, how did it start, who was the person who started, and more details about the Toastmasters. Then he explained the typical Toastmasters meeting, that is the prepared session, table topics, and the general evaluation. Then comes the TAPG team, that is the timer, our counter, PP Evaluator, and the Grammarian. All the four of them were called upon, and they explained their roles very well. A lot of being very creative and what their roles and responsibilities are. The session until now, when we see from prepared speech and the table topics, what he conducted as a master of ceremonies, very well done. Conducted the session very smoothly, very confident. He knew what he wanted to speak, how he wanted to connect the thoughts, and how did he connect with the Toastmasters. When we come here to enhance our leadership skills and communication skills. So please give a huge round of applause for our master of ceremonies. The first session what we have is usually the prepared speech session. And today we had 3 speakers. Is the ballot out? Not yet? Okay. So the prepared speech session, we had 3 speeches today. Lot of variety, lot of learnings, and the 3 people who came behind the lectern, excellent. I see lot of hard effort put on by their side. So I would like to call upon the evaluator of our first speaker, Toastmaster Jyothi Rao, to give her evaluation. Please give a huge round of applause for Jyothi.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Minor correction, the speaker's speech was about Level 1, Project 4. This is the first part of Level 1 and Project 4, and the timing allotted was 5 to 7 minutes of the speech. So now I start my evaluation. Learning is a joyful experience and not a chore. And that is what Toastmaster Prashanth did with his speech. His posture and eye contact was very well. with structured pace of words and informative, which he did very wonderful. The information and phrases like formal studying in the daytime and supplement studies in the evening. Success is a perpendicular growth to us, and life is multidimensional. These were some phrases which was really very impactful to the audience. And what Toastmaster Prashanth could work on is an impactful opening where you could have started with, my son wanted to take out the printout, which did not work. And he didn't know what to do. So a bit of opening, and then good evening Toastmasters. But whereas you started your speech directly with opening, and also your conclusion was life is a multi-dimensional growth. But if you could have said what your son, like the coordination of how cricket runs comes with mathematics, if you could have connected in the end, that is how he learned that life is a multidimensional growth, would have been connected the opening and closing of the speech. That is what is expected during a Toastmasters speech. And also a pause and a wave of your tone would have made it better for the listener, where the phrases or the words would have been like, you could have overtaken the words and phrases. To challenge yourself, occupy the stage by the breadth and width, because you have that confidence here, and the gestures which speaks more than the words would have made more impact. But in conclusion, I would say that we did learn multidimensional, because your confidence and clarity of the content was very good, which made an impact on the audience. A bit more of vocal variety and gestures would have really made this learning much more joyful and not a chore for us to listen to. Thank you, and back to the
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyothi, for this brilliant evaluation, wherein she spoke about what went well, what could have been well, and where the areas that Toastmaster Prashanth can challenge himself. This is what we usually expect when an evaluator evaluates a prepared speech, wherein they give us all the room of improvement. So please give a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Jyothi Rao. Adam Grant said that withholding feedback is choosing comfort over growth. Withholding feedback is choosing comfort over growth. And believing in this concept, let's move on to our second evaluation. The second evaluator, Toastmaster Vijay Upendra, who is going to be evaluating a speaker number 2, Toastmaster Sakshi. Huge round of applause for Toastmaster Vijay.
Thank you, G. Good evening, Toastmasters, welcome guests, and my target speaker, Sakshi Gupta in particular. I evaluate your speech in 3 parts. One is what went well, areas of improvement, and summary. So what went well? The moment I saw the title part of it, Don't Fear Diving Dear, I was contemplating what is that she is going to deliver exactly. It's very catchy and thought-provoking title that you have given. That itself makes audience to observe what you are going to give as a speech. Your opening, body and conclusion were in place, which is very much required in any speech, irrespective of levels, that you have done extremely well. Your narration was awesome, coupled with dramatics. At your stage, bringing such kind of dramatics, I was really taken aback. So much of dramatics at this stage, wonderful. And you use the lecture space very meticulously in a very effective manner. One of the most important things which I observed is you took out this letter and kept it. That means the energy passes to the audience. That's a beautiful move actually, I appreciate that. And coming to your powerful delivery as such, you made audience to be attentive and you carried them along with your narration till the end. These are all the points which are very positive at your stage. Wonderful, great. Coming to the area of improvement, only one area which I would like you to concentrate is, I noticed you were trying to recollect the narration of the script in between. This happens because you try to bring out many skills in one speech itself. Probably you could have avoided that. Concentrate on one or two skill sets wherein you can excel, and later concentrate on many more skills in the course of time. This is one probably I noticed area of improvement is one thing. Summary, great speech, great narration, great dramatics. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I expect many more speeches from you in the course of time. All the best. Back to you, G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay, Upendra, for your wonderful evaluation. I would just like to sum up his evaluation by telling that, let thy speech be better than silence, or be silent. Let thy speech be better than silent, or be silent. When I tell that, it means that he's spoken about everything what an evaluator should speak about his speaker. Given all the summary, given the area of improvements, and what they have done better. So please give a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Vijay Upendra. Now I would like to call upon the final evaluator for the day, DTM Subramanyam, who is going to evaluate Toastmaster Apoorva. Please give a huge round of applause for DTM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Latha. Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and my target speaker, Toastmaster Apoorva. It's my pleasure to evaluate Toastmaster Apoorva's speech, which is based on vocal variety. First, I would like to commend the speaker on her choice of the story, which allowed her ample opportunities to emote well and use her full variety of voice. In this vocal variety aspect of speech, there are different aspects wherein the speaker used pitch and the voice, the volume, whether be it the low or loud volume, and also using pauses. There are several examples I would like to mention here. One is the way she started the speech by emoting how a gush of wind, by emoting how the sound of a gush of wind looks like, and also she emoted the different characters by giving different voices, whether speaking in low or loud voice, and also when she was waiting for her husband to jump, she emoted well the excitement and the frustration which was showing on the instructor. She also imitated well in terms of the excitement and the frustration shown by the instructor when he was counting 1, 2, 3 and husband did not jump, which was expected. So speaker did well, extremely well in terms of showing all the emotions, and in fact we could all visualize we were there with the speaker when the story was happening in her own voice. I also would like to commend the speaker for the excitement and also the different emotions which we also felt as listeners when the speaker spoke. I would like to point out a few recommendations which I felt if you implement can take this speech to the next level. One is very small thing is that you were mentioning when your time came to jump, you started off with finally. There in the course of your speech, I observed that you had used all your words very carefully with the right set of emotions. While I felt that there was a little bit of monotone when you mentioned that word, but I will I will give you benefit of doubt because that you did in the due course of time, in the heat of the moment, and you did unconsciously. One more thing, one observation which I would like to mention is that you took 7 minutes 33 seconds, which could have been avoided if you could have practiced this more. So, to challenge you more, I would like to you also use the rate of speech, which means talking very fast or slow, so that you can build in more excitement in your speech. So with that, I would like to congratulate you and wish you all the best for your speech. Thank you.
Thank you, DT Subramanyam, for a detailed evaluation. Now, this evaluation is not restricted to the speaker. This evaluation is for all of us sitting in the room, which will help us to be better and better in the next coming speeches. Now, moving to the second part of the meeting today, we had our table topics master. And today, our table topics master was Toastmaster Madhusudan. I assume, and I'm really pretty much sure that this is your debut as a table topics master. Now, we have seen Toastmaster Madhusudan coming behind the lectern in various table topics, and the spontaneity what he has with answering the topics, whatever is given, is a pleasure to hear him and observe what he's talking. How can he have an answer to a topic where he's just walking and from his seat and coming behind the lectern? The same thing, he has even used it today. I would say that he started off very well. For the benefit of the guests, he explained what is the table topic session, how is it conducted. He had a table topic session which was very interesting, varied topics, and the topics were very simple that all of us could understand and we could answer it very well. And that we can see it on the timeline taken over there, wherein almost everyone has taken more than a minute over there. So that everyone could understand easily and they were talking behind the lectern. It was diverse kind of topics, interesting. And one more interesting thing was the topics, when they were given, the speakers were given the topics, there were interesting responses from them. It was not like they just come here, talk something and go. There's a very interesting take on all the topics that was given by Toastmaster Madhusudan. And totally we had around 9 speakers. Well, first we were supposed to have only 8, but with the little spare time, we had a 9th speaker. So on his debut, excellent job, and we are waiting to have many more table topics from you, Toastmaster Madhusudan. Please give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Madhusudan. Now we are going to have an evaluation from our TAPG team, wherein they are going to help us understand, which they are here to the smooth flow of the meeting. So I'm going to call upon the TAPG team when one by one come over there and give that evaluation. So first I would like to call upon our timer for today, Toastmaster Sachin.
Good evening everyone. So here's my report as the timer for the day. So the meeting commenced at 6:22. The business session time allotted was 3 minutes. It took 2 minutes 54 seconds. And welcome by Sergeant Arms. Time allotted 2 minutes. Time taken 2 minutes 36 seconds. And the president took 9 minutes 16 seconds. And the report on previous meeting, time allotted 2 minutes, time taken 2 minutes 3 seconds, and the time allotted for Master of Ceremonies 20 minutes, time taken was 14 minutes 7 seconds. Now coming to the prepared speeches, time allotted was 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Prashanth took 7 minutes 31 seconds. Toastmaster Sakshi took 7 minutes 7 seconds. Toastmaster Apoorva took 7 minutes 33 seconds. Now coming to the evaluators of the speeches, where the allotted time was 2 to 3 minutes. Toastmaster Jyothi took 2 minutes 58 seconds. Toastmaster Vijay Upendra took 2 minutes 31 seconds. And Toastmaster Subramanyam took 3 minutes 27 seconds. Now coming to the table topic speakers, where the time allotted was 1 to 2 minutes. Toastmaster Chetan took 2 minutes 7 seconds. Toastmaster Sai Snehal took 1 minute 33 seconds. Toastmaster Jyothi took 2 minutes 2 seconds. Balraj, Toastmaster Balraj also took 2 minutes 2 seconds. Toastmaster Sindhushree took 1 minute 52 seconds. Toastmaster Gajendra took 1 minute 22 seconds. Toastmaster K Prabhakara took 2 minutes 43 seconds. Toastmaster Rachana took 1 minute 5 seconds. And last, Toastmaster Saketh took 1 minute 33 seconds. So the allotted time for the break was 5 minutes and it took 8 minutes 20 seconds. And the last general evaluator, time allotted was 20 minutes. Actual time taken was 18 minutes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin. Next, I would like to call upon our counter, Toastmaster Rachana.
Good evening, everyone. Here's my report for today. Alright, so Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Shreya was flawless. She did have one crutch word of "and." The acting president Toastmaster Pavani had one and one crutch word "and." Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Varaprasad, had 2 R's. Toastmaster, coming to the speakers, Toastmaster Prashanth was flawless. His evaluator, Toastmaster Jyothi, had 3 R's, 1 crutch word "and." Toastmaster Sakshi had the repeated words "and" as well as a crutch word of "and." Toastmaster Vijay Upendra, flawless. Toastmaster Apoorva, flawless. DTM Subramanyam had 3 R's. Toastmaster Madhusudan, 1 "and." And coming to Toastmaster Latha, flawless. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rachana. Next, I would like to call upon our Parliamentary Procedures Evaluator, Toastmaster Gajendra.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster guests. There were 2 phone calls in the meeting and there were few notification pings in the meeting. Apart from that, the meeting went smoothly. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call upon our Grammarian for the day, DTM U Bhat.
Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. One thing very heartening to observe today, at least with my limited knowledge of grammar, is that the younger Toastmasters amongst us have been doing really great, amazing job when it comes to use of language. Whether it's the prepared speeches, including the younger crowds, Mr. Prasad, Sakshi, Apoorva, table topic responses, Chetan, Sai Snehal, Rachana, Saketh. Each time they speak, I feel they speak virtually flawless language, even Pavani, our president. So let me just list out some of the good usage which I noticed. One thing is 2 persons used, one is used pain melting away, another person fear melting away. I think also I felt good usages in either context, very nice usage. Dancing through the life's challenge, it was used by President, very nice. Music of life, a metaphor. And a pill, dance as a pill, was used both as a metaphor as a simile. Dance as a pill, as though it's a pill, or pill as a dance. No, it's a metaphor as a simile. Both context, I think, President used like it. And dance like nobody sees you. There's a repeated phrase, but really good. Prashanth, our speakers, used one triad, pause, observe and think. I really liked it. And holistic development of a child. Sakshi and Apoorva, both their titles were very attractive because one person used don't fear, dive in, dear. Actually, here the dive we used as both as a metaphor as well as a physical dive. That's what I felt. And you used that fear and dear, it's the alliterations which you used in the title, which just came out very well. And the leap of faith, what you used was also a metaphorical say of leap of, is a leap used in the context. Very nice usage. Now this was as far as the good usages are concerned. Not so good usage, I could not find many. Some of them want to be meeting consists of, it is a singular, so music consists of. A minute or a two, someone used, it's a minute or two. There is no A there. And somebody talked about rote learning. It's not rote learning, it's a rote learning, if I am right. They are handful, the children, they are handful or something. Actually, their hands were full or something to that extent. Their handful is a bit of a not correct, I find. Filled the paperwork, someone said. Did the paperwork. Filling the papers or doing the paperwork, either of them you can use. Thunderous applause, anyway, that must be a slip of tongue. Someone has used his eye contact was very well. Actually, it should be very good is probably the right use. And while praising a speaker, one person used, I was taken aback by this. Actually, that taken aback was as a different connotation. It has got a not so positive connotation, it's a negative connotation. Probably a pleasantly surprised or some other word could have been better used. These are as the good and bad use, not so good usages. Coming to the word of the day, honestly, I have explained in detail regarding my introductory presentation regarding the usage of the word. It's a very, very difficult word for anyone to use. I don't know how we came up with that. My suggestion would be, please let us avoid that word. But only one thing good about this, any word you give is, we are giving advance notice in our agenda. That means you have got ample time to go through dictionary, encyclopedia, Google, AI, whatever, to find out here the etymology of the word and the usage, whether it is an adjective, adverb, or a noun or a pronoun, and use it appropriately. I would much rather wish that you don't use a word at all like what you did. I think nobody will be able to use the word. Than use it out of context like many of the earlier meetings I've seen. Just because of the anxiousness or enthusiasm to use the word and putting that I have also spoken, you use it out of context, which is not correct, which is a wrong opinion. So otherwise, I would say that, for example, if you give that meaning, if somebody, I had prepared a sentence for myself because proximate is a very difficult word and it can be used, a powerful word. I would say, for example, the proximate arrival of a baby raised so much expectation in the family or something like that. Proximate means imminent or which is about to come or that kind of thing. That is the meaning of that. Contrast to approximate, which is a different context altogether. But overall, a wonderful meeting. I thoroughly enjoyed as far as the grammar went. I learned a lot of things from the new Toastmasters particularly. Congratulations and back to you.
On this note, I would like to hand over back to the MC, that is Toastmaster Varaprasad. But I would like to say that this was a meeting where we learned a lot of things, a lot of new words, a lot of new concepts, and at the same time we learned that how we can be better in the next coming of sessions, because the prepared speeches what we presented today were excellent, and I hope to see much more better in the coming sessions. Thank you, and on this note I would like to hand over the charge back to our MC.
Thank you, Latha, for the general evaluation session and insightful inputs and observations, and also thanks to all the evaluators. So thunderous applause to all the evaluators. Many a times doesn't need so much to think, just need to listen a baby in you or a child in you to start up with a new will we found today. I thoroughly enjoyed the session today, from critical thinking to don't fear deer, dive in deer with a leap of faith. So thank you very much, and I would like to hand over back to the acting president, Toastmaster Pavani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Varaprasad. I request everyone to vote in the ballot. I have got only 17 responses. We are 19 of us. So with that, I think we can quickly declare the winners for today. So coming to the best role taker TAPG, it goes to our Grammarian DTM MU1. Coming to the best role taker MTG, it goes to our table topic master, Toastmaster Madhusudan. The best individual evaluator for today is Toastmaster Vijay Upendra. And coming to the best table topic speaker for today, it's a tie between three of our members, Toastmaster Jyothi, Toastmaster Sai Snehal and Toastmaster Sindhushree. Lastly, coming to the best prepared speaker for today, it goes to Toastmaster Sakshi. Thank you everyone for a wonderful meeting. So I would just want to mention that please continue networking downstairs once we are done with the group picture. And I request everyone, I close meeting number 1297 and I request everyone to stand up for the national anthem.